The bill would establish an economy-wide fee on carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gas emissions. The fee would be assessed upstream, where it's easiest to administer, minimizing the universe of taxpayers and the compliance burden, at the coal mine, at the natural gas processing station, and at the petroleum refinery. Other sources of greenhouse gas emissions would be charged at existing reporting requirements at a rate tied to the carbon dioxide equivalency of each gas. Fluorocarbons, which are used for refrigeration and industrial purposes, would be assessed at a special rate that accounts for their high greenhouse potency. Sequestering, utilizing, or encapsulating carbon dioxide earns you a credit. My bill sets the fee per ton of carbon at $45 in 2016, the central range of the social cost of carbon as estimated by OMB, and would increase it each year at a real 2%. When emissions fall 80% below 2005 levels, the annual adjustment would fall to inflation. Border adjustments for the trade of energy-intensive goods include tariffs on such goods imported from countries with weaker or no carbon pricing, and rebates for U.S. exporters. We took care to design the border adjustments to achieve harmony with World Trade Organization rules. According to the nonpartisan group Resources for the Future, this carbon fee would reduce U.S. CO2 emissions by more than 40% by 2025. In addition to the environmental benefits, this carbon fee would generate over $2 trillion in revenue over 10 years. It is intended to return every dime of that to the American people. Here's how. First, the bill lowers the top marginal corporate income tax rate from 35% to 29%. This would cut corporate taxes by almost $600 billion over the first decade. Second, it provides workers with a $500 refundable tax credit, or $1,000 per couple, to offset the first $500 each paid in Social Security payroll taxes. That credit would grow with inflation.
If you establish the predicate that this is the scientific consensus, if you accept the premise that American leadership is required, then let's argue about whether our carbon fee is too much or too little, or whether we should go with cap and trade, or whether we should purely subsidize the ITC and the PTC, or whether the distributed generation is the holy grail. There are lots of good arguments to have. And there are lots of good arguments to have about how quickly, how aggressively the United States should lead, either in the international arena or with our own public policy first. That would be a great conversation to have. But what we're trying to do is try to put it into a place where, where we're tough on the issues and easy on each other. That all is easier said than done, because we all live in a context where there's an electoral ecosystem that discourages Democrats from really collaborating and Republicans from really collaborating. And so that's why I think the conservative leadership on the intellectual front can really help to move this into a place where we can have, if you will, adult conversations about how to solve this problem.